More caffeine or I need sleep. I don't know which. Or beer. That would work too. All right, guys, I am super excited to show you the next car we're picking up for one of our customers. This one is a little bit more relatable than Lambos and supercars and hypercars. This is definitely a sloppy jalopy shit box. And that's relatable to me because it wasn't that expensive. I can definitely see myself buying one. We've got Bertha, the in-town truck workhorse with the open trailer. The old Miss Bertha here, the old in-town workhorse. We've got the open deck trailer. I've got all the straps in the trailer, jump box, but I'm super excited to go pick up this project because it's a hoopty. It's not a shit box, it's a hoopty. It's a sloppy jalopy. I grew up on shit boxes and crazy, silly cars like that. This is one of those cars that is gonna be thrashed around and it's gonna be a blast to drive. So let's go pick it up. All right, guys, we are on our way, but in typical Tampa fashion, it is going to take about twice as long as mileage to get there. Where we're going to pick up the car is only about 23 miles away from the shop, and it's going to take an hour and 15 minutes to get there. Well, I've lived here in Tampa for almost 3 years, and that was definitely a first. I had to take 4 separate interstates just to get to MLK in Seffner. Man, traffic in Tampa. If you're ever thinking about moving to Tampa, just don't. The traffic sucks all the time. The 275 I-4 interchange, doesn't matter what time of day it is, it's always a mess. And it's been under construction for 3 years. All 3 years I've lived here. End rant. All right, guys, there it is in the background. Let's go check it out. Safari'd out Miata. Treasure Coast Miata built this car, and the current owner bought it off of Cars and Bids or one of those websites. And my customer was just checking in on it, and he was the second bidder on the car. He called him up and he said, yeah, actually I want to get rid of it. So here we are. It's a 2004 Mazdaspeed Miata, but it's got a 1.8 swap in it, and she just purrs right away. Sounds great. It's got the 3-inch Paco lift on it. It looks to be almost brand new tires. Obviously it's got the snorkel on it and all that fun stuff. But yeah, and then it's got the spare tire carrier and the spare tires in the back seat. So we're gonna get this thing loaded up. We're gonna get it back to the shop. We're gonna kind of go through it. It's not been driven in a while. And then we're gonna go have some fun with it. All right, we got it down off the trailer. Now it's time to put it away in the shop. See how many times Austin kills it before we get it in the gate. Sounded like it has a welded diff in it, which is fun. Yeah, it's definitely got a welded diff. Very nice. All right, guys, we're back at it here at the shop. I was gone for about 2 weeks with the Radical Cup World Finals. That video going over the entire race weekend will be coming out soon. But we're back here in the shop. This was a collab between Treasure Coast Miata, which is on the hood there. They built the car in partnership with Grassroots Motorsports. So this is a pretty cool build. It's all quality components. It's got the Paco 3-inch lift on it. We're getting it all cleaned up, getting new brakes put on it all the way around, rotors and pads. And I'll tell you what, I'm more excited about working on this car than I am pretty much anything here in the shop. So let's run through it. It's got some 215/75 R15s. It's the BF Goodrich all-terrains. It's got the one trunk mounted. It's got a net that goes over it, which is pretty cool, just to make sure she doesn't fly off. Tires were pretty much brand new all the way around. This car didn't get driven a whole lot. This car started its life as a Mazdaspeed Miata, which means it came factory with a 6-speed and it was a turbocharged motor. Unfortunately, that motor was pulled. Still got the 6-speed in it, but that motor was pulled for a naturally aspirated 1.8 with a VVTi motor. It's got the snorkel on it. That's super cool. But overall, she just needs to be cleaned up. The car just runs so good. And I'm actually really excited about taking this thing out and doing some rallycross with it and some rally stages. And then just honestly, genuinely just beating the crap out of it. So overall, the body's in good condition. We have a black Miata, spec Miata over on the other side with a black hardtop. We're actually going to get this all cleaned up, sorted out, buffed out, get some of the scratches out of it, even though we're probably gonna put more scratches on it, but we're gonna get all cleaned up. We're gonna take it up to the firm. We're gonna do some rally stages with it. We're gonna take it out to some of my favorite spots here in Central Florida. We're gonna do some of the national forests up in Ocala. There is a trail here in Florida called the Florida Adventure Trail. It was designed by a gentleman, Mr. John Berkmeyer. He actually has a four-wheel drive off-road shop up in the Ocala area. And he took the time to put together this awesome, phenomenal route. I've already driven it a couple times in the Lexus. If you guys aren't familiar with the Lexus build that I did, it's my mom car. It's just what I had, but I didn't let that stop me from going and doing some adventure stuff and the Florida Adventure Trail, as well as North Georgia. We did a bunch of fun stuff on there. You can catch all of that stuff on the right trail. That's our adventure channel, outdoor channel, et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, we're gonna take this lifted Miata and we're gonna do part of the Florida Adventure Trail, some of my favorite spots, and see if we can't get it stuck. And this actually has more ground clearance than my Lexus. So that's gonna be fun. So we're getting all new brakes put on it. As you can tell, it's quite muddy. So once we get the brakes on it, we're gonna get it back outside, put it back on the jack stands and get everything pressure washed. There was some movement here in this control arm down at the bottom. I want to sort that out just to make sure we're good to go. But yeah, it's got the Bilsteins all the way around, which is super cool. It's got the spacers on the front. It's not double spacers. That spacer goes on the other side. Yeah, overall very clean car, really good build. They did everything right on this car. So I'm super excited to get this thing out. We might even take it over to the Motor Enclave and put it on their dirt track. But currently, that's it for now on the lifted Miata. We're gonna try to get it all sorted out and go do some fun adventure stuff and throw it in this video for you guys. But as of right now, that's it on the Miata. So let's get after it. We are back here working on the lifted Miata. Again, hands down my favorite car here in the shop, because this is a car that I can see myself purchasing, driving, and beating the crap out of. So let me show you guys what we've got going on right now. All right, so I am in the process of getting all of the new brake components put on. It's getting rotors and pads all the way around. They were pretty bad off. So as you can tell, it's all gross and it's got all kinds of stuff in the way. So I had to hammer off the rotor. So I'm gonna get that surface cleaned up. I'm going to get the rotor put back on, get the caliper put back on with brand new pads, everything properly greased up. If you guys want me to go over exactly what it takes to do a brake job on a Miata, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I've got 4 more that need brake pads and other components. I can certainly spread that out into a different video on a step-by-step on how to basically tune up the brake system on your Miata. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out this brake job on the Miata, just get it knocked out. I need this car down on its wheels, ready to go. That way we can make more room for customer cars. There's a potential of 3 to 5 more GT race cars showing up. We're working diligently on getting more contracts here in the shop on more consistent work. A lot of people say Miata's not really a race car. I beg to differ. It's one of the most popular race cars, the most affordable race cars, especially down here in Florida. Not everybody has a massive budget, so these are always a great option. We are working on the Miata. I had to hammer off the old rotor. It was stuck on there pretty good. Hammered that off. I cleaned up the surface. I put a little bit of very small skim coat of grease on the hub face so the rotor doesn't stick or whatnot, because this car is obviously going to go through mud and all kinds of other fun stuff. So got that on. I put the wheel spacer on. It's not torqued down yet, but I got the wheel spacer on. So now I'm after getting the caliper bracket put on, but I'm going to clean up the pin, re-grease the pin, make sure all of the stuff is properly greased. Slap in the new brake pads. We're going with the, I believe these are the DTC 60s in the rear and the 60s in the front. Pretty aggressive. It's just what we had laying around, to be honest with you. We didn't have to order parts for this because we've got 4 other Miatas in the shop. So we are going to rock and roll. I'm going to get this caliper cleaned up, the caliper bracket cleaned up and properly lubricated, and get it mounted up. So let's go. All right, this is the very last thing we have to do to the lifted Miata in order to get it out of the shop and start going having fun with it. So I'll show you what we're doing. All of the work has been completed, but one of the studs in the spacer was in a bad way. So we had to take the spacer back off, pound out the stud, press a new one in. We're gonna get this mounted, sorted, get it down, and get it out of the way. And then next up is gonna be the orange RXC and some more spec Miata stuff. If you like fun projects and the fun stuff that we do, if you could do us a favor, hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell, and you'll get notifications of all the silly crap that we do here in the shop. But with that, guys, I'm gonna send it on to you. Thank you for watching.